Alright, so there are rumblings amidst the world of Sony and Amazon.com, so I bring you news of the new God of War. So I've heard whispers for months on a new God of War game dubbed God of War 4, but no one really knew anything about it other than it might be happening. And now, thanks to the good people at Amazon.com, or at least one person who loves us enough to probably most definitely get fired, it has now been leaked to and pulled from Amazon.com as to what the new God of War is. And it is called God of War Ascension, and is actually coming out for the PlayStation 3. Now I expected if there was going to be a God of War 4, it was going to come out for the PlayStation 3, but God of War Ascension actually surprises me that it's coming out for the PlayStation 3 because it's actually a prequel to the God of War games. You know how this stuff usually goes. The main story games come out for the consoles and the backstory comes out for the portable systems. It's almost scripture at this point. Usually naysayers, I said usually. Now I've heard a lot of mixed feelings as to this God of War Ascension. One, because people wanted to see what would happen after God of War 3. I personally did, and I was like, yeah, 3 wrapped up pretty well. I see it as the conclusion. I know they kind of left it open a little bit, but the dude took out gods. I don't know how you're gonna beat that. Which almost brings me to the point of God of War Ascension, which is a prequel to the God of War games, in which case, yeah, how are you gonna beat 3? 3 was the pinnacle, dude. Like, every situation, every boss fight, you're like, this is the most intense that the God of War saga is ever gonna get. Before God of War 1, are the stakes really gonna be higher than any of the other God of War games? The trailer to God of War Ascension doesn't show any gameplay whatsoever. It just shows Kratos chained up, and a voice which sounds a lot like Gaia from the God of War games is talking about, oh yeah, there was a time before he was the ghost of Sparta. People take that as, oh, he's not gonna have the Blades of Chaos. But he got the Blades of Chaos before he was called the Ghost of Sparta. So in God of War Ascension, I believe you'll have the Blades of Chaos. You'll just be doing what Ares tells you to do. Which you've seen the backstory in God of War 1. He did a lot of brutal shit under Ares' boot heel. Which almost makes me think, are they showing too much? I don't know if you're like me, but for me, I like a little bit of mystery to backstories. I like the fact that we got the backstory to the Ghost of Sparta in the form of these animated flashbacks. When you show 100% of it, you might just ruin all the mystery that's there. Mystery holds gravity, that's all I'm saying. However, my thoughts on there being another God of War game, which is also a prequel, is this. If they can do it and make it work and make it good, I'm down. Kratos is coming back. He's coming back for the PlayStation 3, and that just doesn't sound like a bad thing to me. God of War, dude, kick ass! Granted, this could be the chapter where people are like, that never happened. But at this point, when we just have a teaser trailer that shows no gameplay whatsoever and just kind of tells us when it takes place, it's too early to tell anything. All we know for certain is if you're job hunting, I think a spot at Amazon.com has opened up officially. But thanks, dude, for leaking that information. We love you for it. So a new God of War game is happening. What do you think about this information? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more. Ares!